everyone, welcome to the best makeup of 2021. This video, of course, is going to be a little bit different since this last year has been pretty different. These makeup selections are, some of them are brand new from 2021 this past year, but a lot of them are things that are just really tried and true, not necessarily brand new makeup products. And of course, given the circumstances, there's just a little bit of a different feel this past year, but there are some things that are really enjoyable. There are some repeat winners that you'll get to see that maintained the #1 spot in this past year, so I am looking forward to sharing this with you. Of course, please stay tuned and watch the 2021 Best of Skincare video that will go up next, so just make sure you check that out. Also, thank you so much for being a subscriber, both to new people and to people who have been following this channel for many years. I appreciate all of you. You can also go over on Instagram and follow on there if you would like, and any videos that I have of these products that are more in depth, like swatch videos of a whole range or something like that, I will link in the upper right hand corner, but I am limited to 5, so I will also make sure I link everything that I show you in this video in the description box, so you can not only look to purchase it if you want to online, but also if you want to see the full review in depth more, I will also link that for your convenience. And as always, I will link my necklace and sweater, both of which are very affordable. Oh, and my bracelet down in the description box below. If there's a category of makeup that I just don't really use, then I'm not going to include it. I didn't force myself to try to choose everything in every category. So for example, face primer, I rarely use that, or I rarely used that this past year, so I don't have a suggestion for you on that front. And I also applied a bunch of the favorites to make this makeup look, so I'll point those out to you as we go along if I'm wearing them on my face. Definitely the most prolific category that I have favorites. There were so many good foundations this past year, which is kind of curious because with mask wearing, I know a lot of us aren't really wearing foundations that much, including myself, or maybe that just made us appreciate really good foundations more because we didn't wear them as much. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to let's start with the best powder foundation, and that is new from this past year, I think. This is L'Oreal's Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I am very much heavily biased towards liquid foundations, so I was surprised how much I liked this foundation, how smooth it looked on the skin. Yes, there's a full day wear test where you can see what it looks like right after being applied versus at the end of the day, but this definitely helps to give you a bit of coverage while making the skin look really nice and smooth. The shade that I personally wear is 130 True Beige. I have NC20 approaching 25 skin in MAC colors. So that's what that looks like. A cream foundation, again, even more than powder foundations, I am not a user of cream foundations. I tend to not like the texture, but this is a beautiful option, especially for more mature skin, but can work for any age group. This is L'Oreal's new Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. Now, you will get sheer coverage at first, but you can absolutely build this up to get a definitive level of lighter coverage. The shade that I use is 10 Light, and yes, once again, there's a full day wear test for you to be able to see, but this does not feel heavy at all or greasy on the skin, and once again gives you a beautiful skin-like finish, and wears very nicely throughout the day. Now moving on to the traditional liquid foundations, I'm gonna go in order of coverage. So for sheer to light coverage, this is another new one and a recent contender that blew me away. This is Neutrogena's Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation. And in fact, even when this video goes up, it probably will not be widely available. In the review video and wear test that I do link in that description box, and I'll link in the description box too where you can find it currently if you don't want to wait on getting it. But this gives you very sheer coverage at first. Then if you apply a second layer, or if you apply with your fingers, this gives you light coverage. But I can't think of, there are very few other foundations that I can think of that look as skin-like as this one. It just makes you look like you naturally have more smooth, healthy looking skin. Absolutely a joy to wear. Looks just gorgeous on the surface of the skin. A bump up in coverage and a brand and product I don't hear anyone else talking about, but I adore, is by Illamasqua. This is a company I used to every launch, 5 years ago or so. Every launch they did, I was so excited. They've definitely lost a lot of that hype and momentum lately. It's sad to see. I hope they don't go out of business. I hope they can come back in popularity, but their Beyond foundation, once again, has that beautiful skin-like finish, but it gives you more coverage than the Neutrogena one. So this one is definitely light to medium coverage while maintaining that absolutely natural finish while giving you that level of coverage. Feels pleasant on the skin. So check this out. Skinstore.com I know sells this because if you buy directly through Illamasqua's website, because they are a UK brand, the shipping is pretty expensive, but you can often find this on sale even on Skinstore.com. So that is where I have got mine before. And then the foundation that I'm wearing in this video today, I had an internal battle about whether I should include this in my favorites, because although I think that this foundation has beautiful finish, and I think it's skin-like, and I really like the way it wears, there is a full day wear test that you can go check out for this. It violates one of my cardinal rules, which is that it has foundation. And in fact, that is my biggest pet peeve about this brand as a whole. They love packing. It's not just a light sprinkling of fragrance. It's like they are a perfume company that does makeup instead of being a makeup company that absolutely does not need to pack all of its products with fragrance. But despite that, in terms of a heavier coverage foundation, this is the best one that I used and is new to me for this past year. That is Physicians Formula's Butter Believe It Foundation plus Concealer. That is what I have all over my face. Physicians Formula, you could get the exact same result without packing this full of heavy, to me, unpleasant fragrance. I know a lot of people like the way that these products smell, so for you that may be a bonus, but any fragrance, especially all over the skin on your face, always poses a risk of irritating the skin, giving you allergic reaction. So, I don't know. That's I'll rank this as the favorite more full coverage foundation, but with that really big caveat. Moving on to concealer. This is, I think, the second year in a row that this duo has won, and again, something that other people on YouTube do not talk about or social media. This is by Kaja Beauty. It is sold, I hope it's still sold at Sephora. I think so. At least used to be. This is their Catnap concealer, which is more of that salmon-based concealer for really color correcting the darker, more purpley areas. And then a normal concealer, the Don't Settle concealer. The shade I use is 04 Waffles. These are so nice, not only just for regular coverage on the planes of the face, but these work so nicely under the eyes. They don't cake up. They don't emphasize the wrinkles and dryness under my eyes while giving me that coverage. Very easy to use, very affordable. These have lasted me for such a long time. I've never had to repurchase them, but I use them all the time. So definitely check this duo out, or you can buy them individually. You don't have to buy both, but check these out by Kaja Beauty if you've never used these. Really quickly for brows, I think this is also a second time winner by IT Cosmetics, the Brow Power Powder. It's a universal transforming taupe color. I wouldn't think that a powder brow product would be so good, but it is. It's a nice ashy color. It is a long wearing powder, so I don't have trouble with it smearing or fading or anything like that. So I've been really liking this again this past year. I think the category of makeup that I was just least drawn to overall maybe is eyeshadows. I will tell you that hands down, I use this almost every single day, whether it's alone or in pairing with other eyeshadows that I use, and that is Milani's most loved mattes. The problem is that they don't make this anymore, which I'm so sad about. They do have a new version, a different version of an all mattes palette, so I will link that in the description box for you, with the understanding that I have not personally used it, but if it's the same formula that is in the in this palette for the mattes, it's beautiful to work with. Very simple, very easy, blends nicely. So I just wanted to let you know that if I were to really pick, this would be my everyday completely matte neutrals palette that I would have chosen. For single eyeshadows, this is L'Oreal Paris's Color Riche eyeshadow. Now, I want to be particular that this isn't like my favorite shade. Not all of the colors in the range are fantastic in this L'Oreal Color Riche single eyeshadow line. So just understand that I'm specifically talking about 201 Little Beige Dress. What a beautiful matte lid color, but this has a cream, almost a cream feel to it. It's hard to explain until you've actually used it, but man, whether you want to put it in the crease to blend out, or whether you want to tap it all over the lid, or put it all over the eye as a base for the other shadows, what a beautiful, beautiful looking shadow. I think for pretty much any skin tone and skin range. If you have darker skin, this would be such a beautiful lighter lid color too. So check out in particular this shade from this line, Little Beige Dress. Okay, but if I had to choose my favorite eyeshadow palette in the colorful range, I think it would be Kaleidos's Club Nebula palette. I love the packaging on this. The artistry on this was absolutely gorgeous. The collaboration that they did, the deck of cards that they made in collaboration with this in this collection. So I used this eyeshadow palette to create this green, bluey green look on the lids. Very pigmented mattes, very shimmery, lovely glitter colors too. My favorite eyelash curler, once again, I don't hear anyone else on YouTube talking about, but is even better than the Shu Uemura eyelash curler, which I have 2 of and have used for many years. This is by Tweezerman. So hopefully they still sell this, and I'll link it in the description box, but this is the best eyeshadow, why do I keep saying eyeshadow? Eyelash curler that I have found, and is not like any other curler that I have used because it is more flat and it's a lot more wide. What that means is, especially for someone like me who has almond-shaped eyes, I get absolutely no pinching of the lashes or of the lid, and it covers from inner corner to outer corner the width of my lash line with one curl. So compared to the Shu Uemura lash curler, which I love, I don't even know if I can, how do I show you this? Can you tell how the Shu Uemura one is more curved? The curvature, oh, there we go, this way. Hopefully you can tell. The curvature on the Tweezerman one, it's not as curved. It covers a wider width, and the Shu Uemura one has a more dramatic curl to it. So even with the Shu Uemura one, I have to be really careful, and it doesn't quite reach end to end the length of my lashes. The Tweezerman one does. I don't have problems with it pinching or anything like that. All right, mascaras, which I'm excited about. The best one, I think, did I name this as the winner for last year? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. It is Maybelline's Sky High Mascara. This is the normal one. So many comments for that video review that I did. People asked, is this a fiber mascara? Is this the waterproof version? No, it's just the regular version. It is difficult to remove, but it comes off with a double cleansing method, which is what I do anyway for any mascara that I'm wearing. So it's not a fiber mascara, it's not the waterproof version. It is very smudge or flake resistant, and I guess consequently it's a little more difficult to remove, but this is such a fantastic drugstore mascara. On the higher end, my favorite one, and the one that I am wearing in this video today, is Pat McGrath Labs' Dark Star Mascara. Yes, very expensive, but ooh, it is beautiful. Got a nice luscious full brush there. And the one on the Maybelline one is not a brush that I would typically think I would love, but it does great things for your lashes. All right, favorite blush, highlight, and bronzer. Hands down favorite blush for the past year, multi-time winner, I think. Again, Milani's powder blush, the ones that are embossed like roses. And this is my favorite shade. It is what I'm wearing in this video. It is 01 Romantic Rose. just beautiful, blends beautifully. You can build it up to be stronger, you can sheer it out to be lighter, doesn't give you any patchiness or any troubles or issues like this. And just this particular color has this rosiness with a little bit of dustiness that I think is quite universal. For bronzer, for a shimmering bronzer, the one that I use most days, honestly, is Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer. The shade is 115 Sun-Kissed Beam, although they have a range of a few shades. I use this not only to bronze if I want a little bit of shimmer, but I also use it to dust over the lids for a really quick, not even eye look, but just to bronze up the lids if I'm not going to put eyeshadow on, just to give them a little bit of zhuzh. My favorite highlighters, again, a multi-time winner for the most beautifully radiant and yet natural skin light highlight, is Essence's Pure Nude Highlighter. This is the shade 10B, my highlight. Haven't found anything that looks more skin-like, and it's so super affordable. If you want something more in your face, not as natural, my favorite one this past year was from, again, Physicians Formula. Hate the scent on it. Really wish that they would take that out. It smells really strongly of perfume. But in terms of just the formulation, that is the highlight that I have blended onto the cheeks here. They again have a range of these. I like everything in the range. The particular shade that I have on my cheeks is Soft Petal. This is from the Rosé All Day line of highlighters. For contouring, and I guess bronzing if you want a matte bronzer, again, multi-time winner. This is my second palette that I am almost used up. So that really tells you how much I like this, and it's so grimy because I use it all the time, but Lorax Pro Contour Palette, it just has everything in one palette. It has the more warm tone for bronzing, which I use to bronze. It has a deeper tone that's more ashy for contouring, and another ashy tone but in a lighter version. So I use that on all planes of the face. You can also use these matte highlighters, and there's also a shimmering highlighter in there. All of them are great. All right, for lips, let's start out with the best matte lip product, and that is Maybelline's line of ultra matte lipsticks. But particularly my favorites this past year were, again, kind of a latecomer in 2021. It's from the Neo Neutrals, I think it's Neo Neutrals collection, which I recently did a swatch video for all these shades. This is a very warm toned, kind of orangey, bricky feel range of colors, which normally is not my style. But there's something about what they've done with these colors in this range that are just undeniably beautiful and attractive. So definitely go check this out. These are matte, but they have a very, very comfortable feel on the lips. Next up are L'Oreal's range of, I think this is a multi-time winner now, L'Oreal's range of lip, I wouldn't call them liquid lipsticks. They're the lip color rouges. They kind of have the consistency more of a gloss, but more of the pigmentation of a lipstick. That is what I'm wearing on my lips. The shade that I am wearing is 416 I Create at the base. The most comfortable lip products, and they wear a really long time too. They may transfer a little bit on the top, but they keep a base that really lasts for a long time. Such a fantastic formula. And then for gloss, once again, multi-time winner, Maybelline's Lifter Glosses. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to create a gloss formula that's better than this, because this has zero stickiness or heaviness. They're very nurturing to the lips. They have beautiful, more subtle colors. It's just the most pleasant to wear lip gloss formula that I've ever come across. And just a little bit on top of the L'Oreal lip color, I have applied this particular shade, which is 5 Petal. All right, and the very last thing is, it's not really skincare, it's not necessarily cosmetics, but I want to shout out my Revita Lash. This is technically the Revita Brow, but the Revita Lash line of lash serums. I have tried the Grande, whatever the Grande Lash one is. I have tried many lash serums. Most lash serums have zero science and zero ingredients that will actually make the lashes proactively grow. They may condition the lashes, just like putting conditioner on your hair makes it, soft. and maybe helps them not dry out, but they're not going to promote the actual lengthening and growth of your lashes. The Revita Lash line has the ingredient that actually has scientific backing to promote the growth and the length of the lashes. And there's no question that having used this for many, many months, and when I don't use it, the retraction of my lashes and the lower voluminousness of my lashes is evident. So I will continue to purchase this, and if you can't get access to the Revita Lash version, you can still buy the Revita Brow version. It has the same active ingredient, and you can apply that to the lashes. But definitely will probably continue to use this unless some brand new product comes out. We'll continue to use this for many years to come. All right, I hope you enjoyed the best makeup products video for this past year. Please let me know in the comment section below what the standout products are that you have loved using this past year. I'm also really excited, I'm probably even more excited to do my skincare video for you, because this year has been more dominated by skincare and what that's done for my appearance as opposed to makeup. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and please go check that out. Thank you as always for, in this video and the past year, watching my videos, spending the time. I hope you continue to enjoy them. I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you soon in the next video.